Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to talk about serious creasing that happens once you hit a certain age. For everybody that varies, but I'll be turning 35, so I'm going to say 35. It seems like it's harder and harder to keep your under eyes nice and smooth. So I'm going to share a couple of tricks that I learned that helped me with my creasing when just setting them with powder no longer started working. I'm also going to showcase Taylor Wynn and Sigma's collaboration brush set, which I'm super excited to show you. So if that sounds like a video that you would like to see, just go ahead and keep on watching. All right guys, before I get to applying my concealer and showing you these wonderful tricks that literally saved my under eyes, let me talk about Taylor Wynn's brush set that she came out with Sigma brushes. So as you can tell, the packaging is very luxe. I love the gold detail, and it does have the name. As you can tell, it's like already coming off because I use this quite a bit, and it has Sigma X Taylor Wynn on here, which I thought was very pretty. I do like the fact that they did white on the bottom and black on the top. I don't mind a white bristle brush, but I hate it when you can really see how dirty they are, especially if they get stained. Okay, so this is the dense powder brush. This one is like a more dense but still fluffy brush that you would use for powder. This is more to like focus on certain areas. I use this the most in my T-zone just because I want to make sure that it's nice and protected so that I prevent from the oils coming out a little too quick. Been loving this. Okay, this one here is the smooth under eye powder brush, and as you can tell, that shape is a very odd shape. I don't think I've ever seen a brush with a shape like this. The bristles are the same, where they're white and then black at the tip, and it's the same. It has the Sigma, and then it has what type of brush it is. This one's also rubbing off. This one, like I said, it goes perfectly in your under eyes. I have been really enjoying this, and even though it's more of a dense brush than like a fluffy brush, I feel like it actually does a really good job with powdering your under eye. Okay, and last but not least is the concealer coverage brush, and as you can tell, the bristles are a little bit more dense. It is a little bit more chubby. For me personally, some of my favorite concealer brushes are like a little bit longer in the bristles and a little more fluffy. This one, you can definitely tell that it's a little dense. It's definitely loosened up a tiny bit since I have used it, but when you first use this, it feels very dense. I love this brush set so much that I bought a second one. I will go ahead and link it down below. It is $71 for 3 brushes, which I feel is a very good deal, especially for Sigma brushes. Now, let's get into applying this concealer and me showing you these tricks. All right guys, first and foremost, I apologize for my hair. It is hair wash day, and that's why it's up in a bun, because that is the only way this was going to work. So the first thing you want to do is, first of all, make sure that your under eyes are hydrated. I know some people don't believe in under eye primer, and that's fine if you don't. Just make sure they are nice and hydrated. The last 6-8 months, I have definitely noticed that my under eyes are a lot more dry than they normally are, and they've been getting just more dry and more dry as the days go by and I get closer to turning 35. I am going to color correct a tiny bit. This is the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector in shade 2, and I'm actually going to use my concealer brush. And I normally my under eyes look okay right now, so I didn't grab too much product. I'm just gonna go in here and in here. Now, you don't have to use your brush, you can use your finger, but for me, I found it best as far as the concealer going on top to use the brush that I use for the concealer. It just ensures that there's not too much product under there for the concealer to slide around. All right, that looks good. Now we can go in with the concealer. And less is more when it comes to getting older, so I definitely do not pack my under eyes like I used to. I normally let it sit for a tiny bit, unless it's the Jaclyn concealer. And then I start blending. So I'm going to go in here, down here. Okay, now the under eyes. The reason I like my concealer brushes to be fluffy is because I like to kind of sweep, and with a very light hand just sweep so I can make sure it's all nice and blended. And with this more dense brush, it's definitely a tiny bit harder to do that. Okay, but doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, so we are going to do two different tricks. The first one is one that I tried and it worked for a little bit. Now it only works for certain concealers and not all of them. Okay, so what did I decide to do to help my under eyes? I decided that instead of using like a brush to set my under eyes, use a puff. Now I have three options here. I have the Makeup Forever one, I have this Beauty Blender one, and my favorite is actually the Tati Beauty one. The Tati Beauty one seems to work the best. I don't know if it's the material that it's made out of, but it seems to just lay the powder on so nice and smoothly. For me, it works the best. So we're going to go ahead and try my method on this eye. So I'm going to make sure there are no creases. All right, and I am going to use the Makeup Forever Translucent Pressed Powder. This is a mini one. So I'm going to use this corner right here because it's the cleanest. Okay, and I tap it on the back of my hand for any excess. And then I go in and I press. And then just keep dipping if you need more. Now don't overdo it because that's when the caking starts. You just want a veil of powder to make sure that your concealer stays in place, doesn't move, and creases the least amount possible, because there's going to be creasing no matter how hard you try for it not to be any creasing. Okay, so there it is. That's what it looks like. This is a good concealer. So this method actually works with this Ultra HD concealer, but there are some other concealers in my collection where this method just stopped working. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Like, this trick no longer works. And if you feel like you put a tiny bit too much, just kind of sweep it, lightly sweep it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other trick, and this trick I saw through one of Risa Does Makeups videos. I will go ahead and link the video down below, but she learned the trick from this lady on TikTok, and she shared the handle in the video that I'm going to link down below. Get a setting spray, whatever setting spray you want. I spray the back of my hand, okay? And in the video, the lady uses her finger, but I tried that method and I actually felt that I was taking away some of the coverage of the concealer. So what I'm gonna do is the same brush that I used for the concealer, I'm going to pick up some of the setting powder, not too concentrated because you don't wanna lift up any of the coverage that you have. And I'm going to set my under eyes with it. Okay, and then once it feels like it's completely dry, then you go in with your powder. So I have a couple of brushes here that I have enjoyed and I do enjoy. For today, I'm going to use the Taylor Wynn one, but let me show you the other ones I have. I have this one by Morphe and Ariel. It's the A14, so it's like a small fluffy brush. I like this one. If you like a smaller, precise brush, this is perfect. The Soft Blend 50 from Sigma. So this one's a little bit bigger and I feel like it fits pretty well in the under eyes. And this one is the Soft Blend 60 by Sigma. This one's also a fluffy brush and it does go pretty well right under the eyes. You can use a puff as well. Like if you're a puff girl, you can do that as well after you set it with the setting spray, but I'm going to use Taylor Wynn's. All right, now I'm going to jump in to the Makeup Forever powder and the Taylor Wynn brush. Tap the excess and start powdering. So what I do is I press and then I sweep. Press. See how it just fits perfectly in there? And then sweep. This side is where I have that tiny little rice grain burn. So it's still recovering, but I feel they look pretty good. Okay, I brought you in closer so you could see side by side what each under eye looks like. And as of right now, I actually feel like this side looks better, but I'm pretty sure the whole burn here is not helping this eye out. Okay, so let me finish off the rest of my face and I will be back. Okay, this is what the finished face is looking like. Let me bring you in a tiny bit closer so you can look at the under eyes and tell me which side you think is better. All right, guys, so this is what the under eyes are looking like. And I kind of feel like for this demonstration, the one with the Tati Beauty Puff is looking just a tiny bit smoother than the other side. Like I said, sometimes this method with the puff works perfectly fine, but on the times that it doesn't, and I should probably start writing down with which concealers, and I do this method, it works absolutely beautifully. But both sides are looking smooth, very smooth. Just this side is looking a tiny bit better than this side. And I wonder if you can see there, like my creasing is beautiful. It's been at least 30 minutes since I went ahead and applied my powders. But yeah, this has absolutely saved my under eyes. So if you are having issues with your under eyes after you're powdering and you don't understand why, if that's supposed to do the trick, try these hacks and let me know if they work for you. I would love to hear if they were a success for you as much as they were for me. So let me scoot on out so I could end this video. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me talking about some tricks that you can test out in case you are having issues with your under eyes. You know, as we get older and we age, we do have to change up our makeup routine, and that is what I'm slowly finding out. So I'm super glad that I did find these two tricks that have really helped my under eyes out. If you're having issues and you try either of these methods and they work for you, I would love to know. Make sure to comment down below or follow me on Instagram and tag me in like a picture or video or something. I really want to know if these tricks are working for you as well as they worked for me. I also hope that you guys enjoyed me showcasing the new Taylor Wynn brushes that she collaborated with Sigma. I have really been enjoying these. They are honestly a beautiful brush set that she created with Sigma. She did such an amazing job. I will go ahead and link everything down below that I said I was going to link. With that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. We hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay, I'm just so excited. Okay, a giveaway is coming. A 1K giveaway is coming. I'm just trying to brainstorm and figure out what it's going to be. So stay tuned. That should be coming here in a couple of days, or at least in a week. All right, guys, I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.